Hey guys, Rusky here with another video. Today we're going to be going over some top best fully completed Pokemon ROM hacks ever made. Everything listed is strictly from my opinion and the enjoyment I had while playing these games. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like or dislike and comment any ROM hacks that you think that should have made this list. And without further ado, let's get right into this top 5. At our 5th spot is Pokemon Glazed, offering not just 1 or 2, but 3 entire regions. Its extensive gameplay keeps you engaged with numerous activities without losing its charm. As one of the first ROM hacks I played in 2017, it still stands out strong against newer ones, showcasing its timeless quality. Set in the Tunod region, which is donut spelled backwards, aligning with Glazed, the game introduced a mysterious power that transports the protagonist between the Pokemon world and our real world, where Pokemon are known as only as games. The collision of these two worlds is orchestrated by the villainous Team Fusion. The game includes a ton of legendaries, Pokemon up to Generation 6, and the introduction of the Fairy type, and the game offers a rich and diverse experience, featuring numerous gym leaders, each corresponding to a Pokemon type, and the ability to re-battle them. Pokemon Glazed provides an ample amount of content, ensuring that there's always something to do and making it difficult to get bored. In our 4th spot is Pokemon Infinite Fusion, a ROM hack that is skyrocketed in popularity on TikTok and other social media platforms, and I'll be surprised if you've never seen it. This Pokemon game is all about Art of Fusion, where 2 Pokemon are spliced together to create one unique hybrid. The twist is each Pokemon can undergo this fusion process twice, with each other resulting in not 1 but 2 fusions for each combination. The storyline unfolds 3 years before the events of Gold and Silver, starting your adventure in Kanto as you aim to collect all the gym badges and take on the League. While the narrative follows a familiar pattern, the real charm lies in the fusion gimmick that adds a creative spin to your journey. But that is not all, as completing the main storyline doesn't bring the curtains down on your adventure. Drawing inspiration from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the game invites players to explore the entire Johto region as well. Here, there's an additional 8 gym badges that await your challenge and accompanied by a fresh league to conquer. The ROM doesn't hinge solely on its narrative, but instead it shines through its unique fusion mechanic, as there is astonishing amount, over 50,000 custom sprites, and more for the future. In all, the game offers endless possibilities for team creation, ensuring every player's experience is a personalized and endless, entertaining fusion-filled journey. In our number 3rd spot is Pokemon Reborn, a game that stands out with its gripping story, intriguing characters, and a multitude of side quests that keep players thoroughly engaged. Notably, it takes a bold approach with its dark narrative, immediately throwing players into an intense scene involving a train explosion. What sets Pokemon Reborn apart is its unique battle system. Particularly in gyms and special battles, it is introduced as a field effect, a twist on traditional Pokemon game mechanics, where specific effects are presented from the start of the battle. For instance, in the Ice Gym, Ice-type moves get a boost, Fire-type moves get weakened, Rock-type moves gain an Ice as a secondary type, and Ice Pokemon in general get a defense boost, when the Hail is active though. And the damage against Burn is half, and on cherry on top, Hail lasts for 8 turns, instead of 5. This game has a ton of puzzles, challenging Pokemon battles, and many gauntlets to navigate. Pokemon Reborn is truly impressive. Completing just the main story takes around 89 hours on average. And for those aiming to explore every facet of the game, be prepared for an average journey of 254 hours and 56 minutes. The sheer volume of content in this free ROM game surpasses all expectations, making it a noteworthy experience that rivals even what Game Freaks might have to offer. Coming in the 2nd spot is Pokemon Fire Red Rocket Edition, a game that personally stood out for me because of its enjoyment and the thrill of it folding its story. If not for my top pick, this game would undoubtedly claim the number 1 spot. This unique take on storytelling sets apart from other hacks. It's essentially Pokemon Fire Red, but with a major twist, which is instead of stepping into the shoes of the usual hero, Red, you play as an ordinary Team Rocket grunt. The game introduces a new mechanic for acquiring Pokemon. Rather than capturing them in the wild, you acquire them by defeating trainers and stealing 1 Pokemon of your choice from their team. Yes, this even includes stealing Pokemon from gym leaders and even champions. As you progress, you climb the ranks within Team Rocket, earning the trust of none other than Giovanni himself. The narrative throws in multiple battles against Red, where facing defeat is just part of the experience. Towards the climax and ending of the game, there are twists that await you which only make the game more memorable, and I wish I could experience it all again for the first time. Before we unveil the top pick, let's nod some honorable mentions. First up, Pokemon Radical Red. It is renowned for being a challenging remake of Pokemon Fire Red, featuring battles that keep trainers on their toes. With Pokemon up to Gen 9, raid battles like in Pokemon Sword and Shield, and ongoing updates offering a refreshing take on the classic remake. Next is Pokemon Insurgence, which presents an engaging storyline with legendary Pokemon-inspired cults, attempting to seize control of the region. The game introduces the intriguing concept of Delta Pokemon, resembling like Hisuian Pokemon forms in Legends of Arceus, with some including myself find the dialogue a bit on the childish side. Next is Pokemon Uranium, a standout for being shut down by Game Freak themselves, a testament to its quality, featuring entirely new fan-made Pokemon and a new type due to nuclear radiation. Despite its closure, it's still accessible through alternative means, so don't worry, you can still play it. And lastly, Pokemon This Gym of Mine offers a unique twist to the typical story mechanic. Instead of journeying through a region to challenge gyms and leave victorious, you play as the gym leader themselves, choosing your type at the game's start and managing every aspect of your gym. The story takes a compelling turn towards the end, making a distinctive and engaging experience. And wrapping up the list at the number 1 spot is Pokemon Emerald Rogue. Your journey kicks off with a lousy starter, and as you navigate through the different routes, you strategically acquire more to construct your squad. Each route offers only a handful of Pokemon options, adding a layer of challenge. Throughout battles and team building, notable absence of healing stations, making the gauntlet more challenging. However, you can discover shops to purchase essentials, and at the end of each stage you get a chance to buy random yet selective items to aid your quest. The twist? At the conclusion of every gauntlet, you will face a random encounter gym leader with a buff team. Your mission is to conquer all 8 gym leaders, 4 Elite Four members, and 2 champions. The catch is if any trainer along the way wipes out your team, you're back to square one with just your starter Pokemon. Also, if you lose a Pokemon in any shape or form, they're gone forever. This added element of risk and strategy makes Pokemon Emerald Rogue a top tier adventure for those seeking an extra layer of difficulty and excitement. What makes this game my personal favorite is replayability, as every run is always unique and it's very challenging at times. This isn't a typical story-driven game like other ROM hacks that we just mentioned, but it shines on being the ultimate gauntlet a Pokemon game can offer. And that's it for this video. If you guys want to check out any of the ROMs listed, check the description for each one of their pages and download links below. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.